Hello, I'm Fast Lawyer. Today we are going to review Arktika.1 VR, an Oculus Rift exclusive released on the Oculus Store October 10th, 2017 by developer 4A Games. Yes, that's the same developer from the Metro series. Arktika.1 VR normally retails for $30, and I actually bought it on an Oculus winter sale soon after release for 50% off the normal price. I tested this game out on the Oculus Quest 2 using the Oculus Link cable. Arktika.1 VR is obviously a Metro series inspired game, but obviously translated for the early days of VR. It's a first-person cover shooter set in the aftermath of an apocalypse in the Russian wastelands, and basically the story is that you're tasked with guarding the last vestige of humanity and protect the colony from marauders, raiders, and the Yagas, which are the horrifying creatures of this wasteland. Now, the game says it's both standing and room scale, and that's technically true. You could technically play this game in standing room, but some of the portions would be rather difficult if you only have standing room, and you do need to move a little bit to the left and a little bit to the right for some portions of this game. So I would say more accurately, this game is a room scale game, but you don't need a very big room scale to complete the game. I played this game on normal difficulty, and it took me approximately 6 hours to complete the game. Now, this game is mostly a cover shooter, and for the most part you are shooting other humans, the ultimate game, but at the same time there will be some Yagas there to kind of keep the tension up. I found the Yagas to be more exciting to go up against just because they were a little bit more unpredictable, and usually was pretty dark when they arrived, so those were my favorite portions of the game. This game though does have some light puzzle elements. Most of the puzzles are pretty easy, of the type where you just have to find the key card to open the door. Some of them do involve more steps than that, although you are guided most of the way by Victoria, the very beautiful robot AI that guides you and gives you hints along the way. There's also several cinematic scenes in between all the shooting, which does give the game a nice pace. You're not just constantly shooting, you do have some nice breaks in between the action with both the light puzzles and the cinematic portions. Arktika.1 is running on the 4A engine, otherwise known as the PASS engine. On my RTX 3080, I was getting a steady 90 frames per second on high graphical settings. There's not very many settings available in this game. There's some basic graphical settings along with some sound settings, and unfortunately the only locomotion available in this game is nodal teleportation. You can move within your play space. Also, there is no smooth or snap turning, so you will have to turn in real life as well. Also, to get properly behind cover, you will have to either kneel down or be near a chair, which is what I did. The cover mechanics work pretty well in this game. You basically teleport around until you find a good spot where you can take down enemies, and once you get too much fire from that location, you just find another spot. I did experience two serious issues or bugs during my playtime. The biggest one was when I tried to manually exit the game by long pressing the system button. The game would always crash, and the other issue was similar. The game crashed in the middle of a mission. Overall, I did enjoy this game and I do recommend it. I enjoyed the story here, but I did not like the way it was broken up into several missions that you select from a central board, and you're always going back to the central hub at the end of every mission. Unfortunately, it does make the game feel more like a wave shooter just because the story is disjointed due to the nature of the system where you're always teleported back to the central hub after every mission. At the central hub is where you can get weapon upgrades, and the upgrades are nice. Maybe they're a little bit too good, because once I bought and upgraded the Carver electromagnetic handgun, I had no difficulty at all just easily destroying any enemies from that point forward. With this gun, you can basically take down enemies behind cover because you can curve your bullets that auto aim to the enemy after a quick charge. But before I got this gun, I was enjoying the game's difficulty. I thought it was a pretty challenging game, but not too difficult, with very forgiving checkpoints. I like the different locations. I like the level design. There's this one level that masterfully uses light and dark where you have to find ways to get bit more light in, and there's just a good pace to the action. What I didn't like about the game though is that there just wasn't enough enemy variety, and the enemy AI just didn't really do a good job of trying to flank you. I would have really liked if this game had grenades in the gameplay. I think that would have really improved the challenge to this game, because there are no grenades or anything like that for the most part, although there is a boss fight where he does have these missiles or rockets. But because they're not a huge part of the game, that means you can easily get behind cover and stay behind the cover with little to no consequence. And that would have also improved the gameplay for yourself, where you're just not teleporting from spot to flank enemies and take down, but you're also using grenades or stun grenades or whatever to move enemies out of their spots and take them down. I think this simple addition would have made the game a lot more dynamic in its combat. I also would have liked to see more variety in just the normal weapons that you use. I would have liked to see more variety also in the handguns. Some of them are good at long range, some of them are good at short range, but there just wasn't enough fun and variety there. Although bending bullets is kind of OP. Anyways, I did enjoy this game and I do recommend it, even at $30, I think for 6 hours of gameplay, plus the high production values, that you're getting a good deal here. Even though this game is from 2017, the visuals here are still top notch. This is surprisingly still one of the better looking games in VR. The sound work is pretty good, the voice acting is top notch, along with the musical soundtrack. So if I have to rate it, and I'll use the Oculus scoring system, I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5. A 3 out of 5 just seems too low for what you're getting here, even though some of the mechanics are outdated now in VR in 2021. Anyways, I'm Fast Lawyer. If you enjoyed my review, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, have a wonderful day and enjoy the rest of the video.
Betrayed me. The colonists, Victoria, everyone betrayed me. You were going to leave me out there to fucking die, weren't you, bitch? But I outsmarted your supposedly perfect cybernetic brain. See this? This contains blood samples from your mother's lab, Victoria. Samples that have been, shall we say, improved, more efficient.
He's got a caged Yaga. Wait. No, it's not a Yaga. Not yet.
Now, don't be shy. I've arranged for you to have a front row seat. I'm going to show you what's in store for every man, woman, and child in Arktika.1. Please, Mr. Mitchell, don't do this. I can still help you with the teleporter. I'm finally going to get my seat at the table, and there won't be a fucking thing anyone can do about it. Don't worry, I'm not going to kill you. It's going to be much more fun to watch you turn into this, and then kill you. Cheerio for now.
But that's impossible. It takes weeks for someone to turn. What the hell has he done? I can't seem to track where Jack went. You need to return to the tower as soon as possible.
I'm programmed to protect the people of Arktika.1, and they've never faced a worse threat than now. Jack and his men are in full attack mode, so it's not safe for the technicians to recover the drone themselves. I'm sending you back to the rail station to get the drone and escort it to where the technicians can reach it safely. A Citadel mercenary's job has always been vital to the colony, but now, well, you may be saving the lives of what's left of humanity. Good luck.